Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today I'm going to do a video on one of my favorite new fruits, and that's honeyberries. Now, I live in Utah, zone 6/7, and I've grown honeyberries for the last 3 years and haven't had too many harvests. Number one, because I kept moving them around and they were just new plants. This year, though, we had some berries form and some of them are ripening. Now, there was a lot of them yesterday, and there's only 2 today, and I think we can blame the little quail that I have in my yard for that. So I wanted to go show you what the 2 look like before the quail find them first. So let's go look at my ripe honeyberries and talk a little bit about how to grow them here in Utah and why you should grow them. So this is my food forest. This is mid-May, almost the 3rd week in May, and I haven't removed the protective covering off of my figs. I will be doing that a little bit later today, but I wanted to protect the new growth from any frosts and freezes, which we might be getting close to a freeze. I don't think it'll be cold enough to harm the leaves, but we're going to be getting close to a freeze on Sunday night. It's just the way Utah works, but they're starting to grow. I know this isn't all about figs, but I love showing them whenever I can. I thought I saw some fruit forming in here. But anyway, we'll do another fig video later. Today's video are about honeyberries. This right here is my 3-year-old blue banana honeyberry. It produced fruit last year, and this year it had a ton of fruit on it, which are all gone right now. I guess one of the detractions of honeyberries is, like blueberries, the birds find them and love them. So next year I'm going to have to think about how to cover these if I want to get any berries, or maybe grow a lot more and hopefully we have fewer birds find them. But anyway, that being said, let's look at the honeyberry and show you what it's like and talk a little bit about how to grow them, and then we'll go show you the ones that actually have fruit on them. Now, I have 6 different varieties, and with honeyberries you need more than one variety so that they can be pollinated correctly. And the other thing you have to think about is there are early, mid, and late ripening varieties. The early varieties need to be pollinated by the early ripening varieties because that's when the flowers form. Same with the mid and the late. Now, the blue banana that I showed you is an early variety. This is a Honeyberry. It also produced and had several berries on it, and they seem to be missing. Ah, there's a few right down here. There's a few new ones. Let's see if I can get those in the shot. Those are little tiny honeyberries that are going to ripen sometime. Hopefully the birds don't find these. I may need to cover this one so I can harvest those. That's all that was left for about 20 honeyberries that were on this. This is Borealis Beast. It's a little bit bigger a bush. It's a later ripening variety. And you can see what the berries look like on these. I may need to try and cover this one so that these will ripen and not have the birds eat them. Some of the berries on these are pretty big too. You can kind of see those down there. This is another later ripening variety. It's a little smaller because it's in heavier shade, but this is the Borealis Blizzard. And it looks like we have a few berries on this one too. They seem to be pretty good size. Now, this one's the size that I could probably cover and hopefully have the birds not eat these berries. Now we have 2 more. I've moved this one 3 times so far. It seems to be happy in this spot. And this is the one that the birds have not discovered a few of the ripened berries. So we have some unripe berries and some ripe berries. Let's pick one of these and show you what they look like. So this is a smaller berry. This is an Aurora honeyberry, and you can see that they have a different shape than blueberries. Let me taste it and see what it tastes like. Now, honeyberries are not sweet like blueberries. They are a tiny bit tart, but they have this really good complex flavor to them. Now, each one of the berries that I've tasted off the different bushes have a slightly different flavor. So you're not going to, if you don't like one variety, you can always try another one and see if you like it. Now this one here, my Borealis, it has produced a ton of flowers the last 3 years, but this one has never produced any fruit despite having one right next door to it that's flowering at the same time. So I'm not sure what's going on with it and why it doesn't produce fruit, but it does seem pretty healthy. But I just looked through the whole bush and realized that this branch is the only one with ripening berries on it, so I think that the birds have found the rest of them. And there is one of the culprits. Its little mate is over where she's running. Right there. See? They are really cute. But are they worth losing honeyberries over? Now, I do like my flock of quail a lot, so I will just need to find a way to cover my honeyberries in the spring so they can't get to them. We'll figure it out. We cover a lot of plants here, so we might as well cover the honeyberries in the spring. Now, to grow honeyberries in Utah, they need a few different things. Number one, they need afternoon shade. They cannot tolerate the full afternoon sun, but they do need enough sunshine in the mornings and into the early afternoon so that they can actually form fruit. I'm wondering if that's the problem with my borealis over there. Maybe it does not get enough sun to produce fruit. So we may end up needing to move honeyberries again to a better spot. The other thing that they need is they need a little more water than your average everyday water efficient shrubs. So I like to water them about 2 times a week. In the hottest part of the summer, I'll water them 3 times a week. And they do like fertile, well-draining soil. But if you can provide those conditions, they grow really well in Utah. Another thing that they really appreciate is a good heavy mulch. Sounds like the older they get, the heavier they produce, and they're a long-lived shrub. Some of them can get up to 6 to 8 feet, some of them are 5 feet. You just need to look online and figure out the best ones for your area. Another thing about honeyberries is they're excessively cold tolerant. They're cold tolerant down to, I think, zone 2 or 3, and they're hardy up to zone 8. So I would love to hear if you've been growing honeyberries, if you've been able to get them to produce fruit, and what you do to protect them from the birds. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If it has been helpful, I hope you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and go have a wonderful gardening adventure.